Hello, and welcome back to the channel. This is Kelly from Deep Soul Tarot. Today we're going to touch on some energies for the Saturn retrograde that I've been meaning to get to, but and I'm not going to get into all this anymore, internet issues, didn't do it quite because of that reason. Let me apologize first for the sound in the background. I hope it's not too distracting or too loud. That is my air conditioning. It is quite warm. I'm in California. It's warm here. But anyways, Saturn has been in retrograde since June 17th. And I'm not going to get even into all the details of Saturn and all Saturn retrograde and all that. I am going to say that Saturn is an energy of discipline and structure for those who don't know. And Saturn being in retrograde generally is bringing things back to us. Some karmic lessons, basically, that we haven't dealt with, we haven't worked through, we haven't finished up. And so during Saturn retrograde, and we're going to have it until November 4th. So I'm probably doing another reading maybe in August and then in September, just kind of give us the energies moving forward for the collective for each month in regards to Saturn retrograde. But that's all I'm going to say. I am going to say this is a general read, so just take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Okay. Anyway, so thank you for joining. I appreciate it. Thanks for tuning in. Do remember to like, share, and subscribe, and comment. So I kind of gotten my own little, created my own little spread here. So I have my little notes on the side here. So forgive me if I hesitate or look off to the side. Let's see how this works. Okay, I'm just as impromptu. Sometimes I'll practice them ahead of time. This time I did not, because I just want it to be pure messages from Spirit. Okay. All right. When I'm recording this, we have the new moon coming very soon. So I will be doing a new moon reading. So if anybody is interested in that kind of thing, I have my coffee here. I'm going to put those so I can fit these up here. If you're not subscribed, do subscribe and join the tribe so you can be notified. I do all kinds of stuff here. I do Monday through Friday in the morning, I do Daily Dish Tarot, which is just a daily reading, which gives us energy to get us through the day and the week. Sundays, I do Soul Searching Sundays. It's called Soul Connections. And there's a whole bunch of stuff. I won't go into all of it. You can check out my channel if you want, just to see what kind of stuff, and then decide. But would love to have you as part of the Soul Tribe, okay? Well, let's get into this. So our overall energy for right now, collective, is the Five of Cups with the Knight of Wands. Five of Cups with the Knight of Wands to the Nine. So the Knight of Wands to the Nine of Wands. And because I am so into digging into the bottom of the deck, I will keep it to a minimum so we can get to the meatiness of the reading rather than focus just on the bottom of the deck. If I need to dig in, I will. We're disappointed. For many of us right now, are disappointed for something we were either in the middle of or going after or starting to go after. And we've had some sort of disappointment. Now, from that, I'm hearing already karmic lesson. There's some sort of karmic lesson right there. What that may be, we'll get into it. But there's some disappointment. And the universe is reminding you, and Saturn is reminding you, that although you may have had some disappointment right now, collective, or recently, it's time to stop crying over spilt milk. Things you can't really do anything about now. Let's turn this around and look towards what we can do about it. Instead of looking at the negative, let's look at the positives in this situation, okay? And we can still keep moving forward. And it's upset you, you're wounded, but don't give up. Do not give up, all right? Okay, the first card is where we are presently, okay? Yes, where we're at right now as a collective. The Empress. Okay, well, this is good for many of us. Good energy, very good energy, is realizing, wow, many of you are really in touch with your spiritual, your higher self, because you are now realizing that it's time to just let things happen. and grow as they're meant to happen. So you had some disappointment. But for many of you, you're still going for it. You're not going to give up. You're going to work through. Very good. Well, Saturn retrograde is doing some good for some people out there. For some of us. Okay, so let's see. I wish I could put it right here, but I can't. I can't see. I wrote so small. Okay, what's working for us right now? Oh, beautiful. You're moving away from this disappointment. Many of us are moving away from what is no longer, I just heard, moving away from those negative thoughts. For some of us, when things unexpected or don't quite go our way, we get into that negative mindset. And for many of us, we're working through it. I'm hearing a lot of growth. So far, I'm seeing a lot of growth here for a lot of us. Good job, Soul Tribe. And if you're not part of the Soul Tribe, good job for those who are not part of the Soul Tribe, but could easily change it by hitting that little subscribe button. No, I would love to have you as part of the Soul Tribe, okay? I'm a goofball, I'm a weirdo, so, and there's a disclaimer down in my description box. If you don't like the bare truth, I don't sugarcoat things. Sometimes I get a little salty and sassy. I do have a mouth like a sailor. I tried to curb it for YouTube, but starting to not do that because it's holding me back. All right, and as I said, I says it as I sees it. Okay? Do join the tribe if you are. Anyways, moving on. So what's working for us, what's not working for us? Indecision. Some of us, we're moving away from something, but we're not really sure where we're going at this point. You see how this is calm water here? We're moving away from the rough waters to the calm waters. But then you get to a point, and this may be even while you're in the boat, God forbid. Don't stand up and do this. You're gonna capsize the boat. You see how it's waves again? Up and down and up and down. So you started off good. Some of you started off really good, going, I'm moving forward, I'm getting away from this. And then all of a sudden, holy crap. But where am I going? Where the F am I going from here? Well, let's see. Well, let me see. Okay. What you are aware of right now, collective, is that you have the power. You are fully aware that you have the power. You are the divine feminine. And it doesn't matter if you are male or female. It's just an energy. Okay, we all have masculine and feminine energy within us. And I know I say this in every reading. There is no gender in tarot. But I want people to be clear about that. Some people don't realize that when I say she or he or any other reader, we're not talking about gender. It doesn't matter. Everyone's welcome here. It doesn't matter how you identify, okay? You're welcome here. But just remember, this is just all about energy. Okay, so this is the divine feminine. And the divine feminine, the Queen of Wands is kind of like diva energy. So you may have moments moving through this water. You may even have some rough waters on the way. Who knows how long this waterway is? You could be going across the ocean for, who knows? It may take a while to get where you're going. And you may have some indecision. Things are going to go up and down, up and down. But you know what? For many of you, this is what's working for you. You're staying in your power. You're not giving up. You're realizing, damn it, I deserve this. I worked hard. I haven't given up. I've been diligent. And I'm ready. I'm ready to do this. And the Queen of Wands gets to a point where it's like, you know what? I'm just going to sit back and let it happen. I'm going to let it happen. I'm going to manifest in my mind. I'm going to orchestrate this so the energies are going to work in my favor. Remember, manifestation, even though we don't know if the card's going to show up. But your mind is very powerful, your thoughts. And what you think can become. Your thoughts, you put that out in the universe, and a lot of positive comes back to you. If you think negative, you're just going to draw that negative energy towards you. So remember that. For those of you, and some of you may not have gotten to this point yet, don't worry. You're still on the boat. You're still on the boat in those rough waters. Possibly. You can work through it. So what did I say? That was what was working for us? Aware of. What we may not be aware of, though, is, for some of us, we're really not sure about what our next steps should be. So even for those of us who know that we have the power to change our lives, we have the power to get done what we want to get done, it's just a matter now of figuring out exactly what it is we want. Yes? So there's a pentacle here. And this is all the work that you have done. And, be proud of all the progress you're making, big or small, doesn't matter. Does not matter. And you're looking at your life and going, okay, I've done a lot here. I've done a lot of effing work. And now I don't know. I really don't know where I want to go from here. I know I have the power to do it. I have the motivation to do it. But I'm just not freaking sure. I'm just not freaking sure. All right, and that's a normal part of life, Okay, so I think this is the obstacle. A challenge, not obstacle, a challenge. Because we can get around obstacles, but sometimes challenges come up to that. There's the indecision. So I'm hearing specifically, for many of us, indecision right now is what may be causing us not to move forward as well as we could. And things are up in the air right now. Okay, so it's a good energy with the Empress here, for sure. With the Empress here and the Queen of Wands here, you're really tapped into your emotions, your passions, nurturing that, but there's still a little bit of indecision over here. And this might be your masculine side. Even though this is the Cups, it's trying to get your feminine and masculine to agree. I know what I feel. I know what I'm passionate about. I know in my heart what I want. But how in the F am I supposed to get this done? There are a lot of things that sometimes it's hard when you have too many options to choose. Okay, so this is kind of like over here. What I did over here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, what did I just do? Did I do that right? Us. Working for us, not working for us. Yeah. Aware of, not aware of. Challenge. Okay. Oh, 7, 8, 9. Okay. I just couldn't see. Wait, I added a card. Oh, yes, bonus card. Sorry. Bear with me. I can't read my own writing here. All right, so the actions moving forward. Well, this is what's going to help us moving forward. Well, what was this? Challenge. Okay. I have a different spread that I do where the challenge and the actions are together, so it's confused me. Forgive me. We need to get ourselves away from, for some of us, being stubborn, for one thing. You know what I'm hearing with this card here? For some of us, an opportunity or something has been offered to us. But you see, we have the five of Cups over here. So the 4 of Cups is saying that for some of us, this disappointment, we've sort of just gotten ourselves in a mindset that if we were upset about something and emotionally affected us, and now we're just not, if I can't have what I want, I'm not going to do anything at all. That's where the discipline comes in here. That's where Saturn comes in. And Saturn's kind of like tough luck. It's like almost like the father figure, the masculine saying, listen, you may want something else, but we're trying to show you that maybe that's just not what you're supposed to be doing, at least not right now. This is what you're supposed to be doing, or this is an opportunity to find out. Really, maybe you don't realize, sometimes we get into those mindsets, excuse me, where we think we want something, and that's all we see. We're stubborn. We want what we want. We want it now, but in time, if that doesn't work out, which this is possible, that's what's happened here. In time, if we resist, if we're not stubborn, and I'm stubborn, so I'm not picking on anybody because I'm stubborn too, and it really blocks us sometimes from getting what's best for us. We just can't see that. The universe can. Your higher masters and guides can. Spirit, everybody else, in your higher dimension. But our ego gets in the way sometimes. And being stubborn like this, or not looking at these, focusing on these 3 empty cups, there's some sort of opportunity that's going to make you happy, and you're just not seeing it. So that is our action moving forward, is to It's almost as if now the universe has said, all right, fine. You got 3 empty cups. You kicked them over because you were just pissed off, having a temper tantrum. I think you kicked them over. And you're all, well, shit. Now I knocked everything out. Or you were having some sort of temper tantrum and you knocked into them. But the universe is saying, okay, you know what? Maybe that doesn't look good to you. What if I give you 2? I'm going to give you 2. If you just turn around. Spirit's all over here. Stop looking at those negative things. Stop looking at whatever disappointed you. Focusing on the negative. This is the positive over here. I was trying to give you 1. You weren't paying any attention. Focusing on those 3 cups. And then you had some sort of damn temper tantrum. Going, F this. You know, I don't want anything now. And you knocked over the 3 cups. You're all, oh, crap. Now I got nothing. I'm just saying. And there are 2 cups here, my dears. My dears, don't cry over spilled milk. There's other opportunities. It's hard when we go through it. And for some of you, you're like, screw this, I'm just going to keep going. And whatever battles come my way, I'm just going to put like a little bandage over my boo-boo, and I'm going to stand up, and I'm going to release. I'm going to release some burden, these negative thoughts that may be holding me back. All right, Saturn retrograde, karmic lesson. All right, so we have advice moving forward. I gotta write that bigger. I can't see. Advice. Well, advice, but what's that say from our spirit guides? The moon. You're not seeing something clearly right now. Right now, you are. You're only seeing part of the situation. This moon card I see is kind of like the duality. There are 2 sides, 2 parts to every story, 2 parts of every situation. What we see and what we may not see. With the moon, the universe is asking you to stop looking around you because you're not seeing things clearly and going inside of you and trusting your spiritual side, your higher self, your intuition. Because the answer really isn't out there, it's within you. And it's all how you perceive these. Now Saturn's going to say, I am not going to reveal things to you. I am not going to grant anything to you until you sit your little arse down, young man or young lady, and learn this lesson. They're going to do the tough love. Some of you are already working through it. Although some of you may be working through it and get to a point where you get those rough waters again, and then you know you have the power to change this, you know it. But then you get to that indecision and you're like, what the hell, what do we do? Well, don't give up. Don't give up. Focus on, I know it's hard. I'm not going to say it's easy. I know it's hard when things are rough. When karmic lessons come back, karmic lessons aren't pleasant, usually. And so we just have to face them and realize, okay, Saturn's in retrograde. This is probably a karmic lesson. Well, it's so much better when that thing goes off. It's loud as fuck. And I don't know when they put this in because I've just been here about a month. On the one side is closed. On the other side there's a big old gap. I think they dropped it or something and broke it because it's pretty loud. And I asked other people and they said theirs don't do that, so I don't know. Anyway, so I apologize for the noise in the background. It makes me jump sometimes. It's so loud when it shuts off and on. Anyways, the moon. Your intuition is important right now. That's what the moon is saying. You can't see things clearly. So because you aren't able to see everything, obviously the moon is the dark, the sun is the light. After the moon is the sun. You will be illuminated, so just hold on there. At some point you will be illuminated. And we are going towards a new moon. So this may, at least right now, so far I've been able to upload at the community center. I don't have internet in here, but so far so good over there. I'm like a crazy maniac trying to upload and edit. People talk to me, not now, I'm trying to do my channel. I'm a crazy woman over there because I'm afraid it's going to go out or something. Anyways, on the moon. So the new moon's coming, so that's a new beginning. So let's start thinking about things we want to change in our lives here, okay? For some of us, we're in a good place. We're aware of some things here that are going to help us in the long run, but we have to be careful about indecision. We have to start making some sort of decision because the new moon is a new beginning, and then after the new moon is when it's time to take action, okay? So start putting things into motion. So this is kind of like the period before the new moon is just kind of like a transformative time, so to speak. It's a deeper understanding in truth, which is good moon energy, a deeper understanding in truth within ourselves and reflecting on how to move forward. So this is a great time for this, okay? I didn't plan it this way. That's just, I finally decided to do the Saturn reading, knowing I can get it uploaded. Okay, so this is kind of like bonus advice, all right? Did I write something in here? Where we may need more something. Oh, where we may need more discipline and structure. I don't know. And there's the intuition again. Oh, this is beautiful. The High Priestess. You have Divine Feminine, Divine Feminine, and Divine Feminine. The Divine Feminine, whether you resonate with Divine Feminine energy or not, again, we all have that within us. So, your Divine Feminine right now is speaking very loudly to you. Empress, let things grow naturally. You let things around you grow naturally, you grow as a person. You get in touch with your internal self and your higher self. This Queen of Wands, stepping into her power, knowing full well that she has the power to get done whatever it is she wants to get done. I don't know what's going on outside. These people over on me are whack-a-doodie. My neighbor. Anyways, the High Priestess is all about spiritual wisdom. And it's very much about intuition. So it's interesting that you have the Moon and the High Priestess here. Because this High Priestess is the guardian of the guardianess of the spiritual world. She and the Hierophant. But the Hierophant is more of an earthly type, third dimensional type of wisdom. And the High Priestess is ruled by the Moon, which is a spiritual wisdom. And again, the energies of the Moon can teach us and tell us a lot. And if we're in tune with the Moon, and if you don't have a moon calendar, do that, because it's really good to just kind of know what phase. I mean, there's the full moon and the new moon, but then you have the first and last quarter, and in between you have the waning crescent, waning gibbous, waxing crescent, waxing gibbous, and that kind of thing. And those kind of let you know, like right now, we are in, what did I say, we're in the waning crescent? Yes, rest and regeneration. So it's good to know that, because the moon works with you in trying to get things done that you may need to get done. So the High Priestess is only going to reveal to you, she's very mysterious, only going to reveal to those of us who have done the work and are ready for that wisdom. Some of us may have already gotten there, some of us haven't, some of us are still going through the process. Eventually we all will get there if we do the work, okay? We just, again, it's divine timing, we all do it at different times. So what I'm hearing with the Saturn retrograde, our lesson, our discipline and lesson, is to structure ourselves into making some sort of decision about what we want to do, continuing to move forward. You've already made some progress moving away from something that's been unsettling in your life, and possibly releasing that burden. But now is time to really think about where you really want to go from here. Trust your intuition. Your gut can tell you a lot, so you pay attention to it. See, a lot of people are too busy in their lives, or they keep busy and they don't get a chance or don't want to listen. They don't really pay attention to it. And that's why the getting in touch with your spiritual life. And Sunday I will be doing, again, soul searching. Every Sunday I do soul searching. It's called Soul Connection, but it's all about soul searching. If you want to join that, it's on Sundays. And subscribe and join the tribe, because then you'll be notified when that's uploaded. And the Daily Dish in the morning is also to give us some guidance. So, there's a lot that we can do to become more aware of ourselves, our higher selves, our authentic self. And it's step by step, day by day. It doesn't happen overnight. But right now, for those of us who may be having issues, just remember to let things grow when they're meant to grow. Let them develop as they're meant to grow. and stay in touch with it. Be informed. Be very in touch with your inner self and your intuition right now. So spend some time alone. Get your mind fully clear, purified. You know, don't have anything, no TV, no noise, no phone, anything around you. Just be there with yourself and your thoughts and think, yes, that's when you get the answers. It's like hermit mode. That's what I need to do. And let me think about ways now that I can get this done. And write it out if you have to. Some people are better when they write things out. Doesn't mean you have to follow it. Just gives you some ideas. This will work, this won't work. I could try this. But if that doesn't work, then it's planning it out. All right, my dear soul tribe, my dear souls. I hope this was helpful in some way. This is what I have for you. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and comment down below. I love hearing from y'all. So, if you're not part of the tribe, do subscribe and join the tribe. And I will see you in the next one. Tomorrow. This will probably be, let's see. Yes, this will be uploaded tomorrow. So I'm doing this the day before. So it'll be for Saturday. I'm not sure what time. Probably more in the morning. And then you can watch it anytime during the day. But the next day, Sunday, will be Soul Connection. All right? It's about soul searching, but it's called Soul Connection. And then Monday through Friday, we got the Daily Dish Tarot. That gives you food for thought to ponder and think about and digest to help us move forward on our journey and our path of life. Okay? Thank you so much for tuning in. I love you all. I'll see you in the next one. Yes? Peace out.